Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review once again. And yeah, sometimes you kind of make a mistake and you you put a beer into storage that you probably should have drunk already. And unfortunately, this is what this beer is. And I think I got it September, roughly, last year. And it's a Beer 52 one. It's part of this one, the Beer 52 Awards. It's from Gypsy Hill, and there's a nice article in there. And they won a special award, whoops, because of this, by the NHS a pint. Basically, they did a really cool thing. And anyone, I think it was in their tap room only, so it didn't work with their bottles or cans of beer. But yeah, every time you bought a certain number, you'd buy someone from the NHS a pint. And this was in the height of lockdown. It would have been, really cool to do this review at the time. And I kind of didn't read it properly. It was coming into autumn, and I thought, it's a pale ale. I'll leave it. But what should have given it away that it was a special beer, if you look at the artwork, the dude is actually standing on a Beer 52 box. This one is called Prevail. It's a pale ale. This artwork was specially commissioned for this dude here. And the reason he's carrying a lacrosse stick is because this guy is called Teo. And I believe he won a competition with Beer 52. We'll look at the back of the thing in a minute. We'll try and work it out. But that is an actual specially commissioned artwork of him because he won a commission. He won a competition even, or a commission. Prevail is brewed in celebration of Beer 52's Golden Ticket competition. So that is the competition that this chap, won. His name is Teo. So Teo, shalom to you, brother. Says brewed with Britain's finest hops, Bramling Cross, Fuggles, Goldings, and Phoenix come together with lots of floral, currants, and herbaceous bitter. You can even, if you've got this beer, if you scan this code in, hey, let me put it up. You might even, if it focuses, you might even be able to screenshot that and give your friend a free case of beers to refer people. And it even gives the artist Tom J. Ilio, easy to say. It's a 330 can. It's 4.9%. Jesus, I'm glad I didn't open that one. I'm going to have to do the old special trick of clicking on the top. Right, let me get into proper beer drinking mode. Let's give it a squeeze. I'm hoping this is not going to explode. Whoa, Jesus. I caught it just in time. I knew it was going to do that. Don't drop your beers before you do a review. Unless you're an expert like Unclejona and catches it deftly between your knees. Oh, holy Jesus. Right. So, pale ale. There we go. And that head, 1.5, 2 if I bend them slightly, 1.5 if I'm being totally honest. It is pretty cloudy. So it's a cloudy pale. Nice, fresh, zesty kind of thing going on. Looks to you on the camera like that's pure white, but from my eyes, unless I'm seeing things, it's not perfectly white, it's just off. Wow, getting that floral stuff going on, which is not unheard of using Denny Con's favourite of all time hops, Fuggles. Only joking, Denny, if you're seeing this. Yeah, a little bit of fruit on there as well. To be honest, because it's got so many different hops in there, it's going to be difficult kind of prying them apart, and it doesn't even say which are in the boil and which are hopped and all are dry hopped, I should say, etc. Anyway, let's try this beer. 6 months, 7 months, maybe out of date. Cheers, guys. Wow, still tastes nice and fresh actually, which I'm surprised about. Oh, there's a bit of fruit in there, definitely. A little bit of zest too. And yeah, a little bit kind of herby and florally, like a sort of blossom flower, which is really interesting because a lot of the pale ales style usually use traditional American hops, and these are all British hops. I believe, if I remember rightly, and when I read the article, which was a few hours ago, I think that Gypsy Hill paired up with a Hertfordshire hop farmer. Let me look it up. Give me a second, guys. We'll let that one chill for a minute. Where are we? Gypsy Hill. Brookhouse hops in Hertfordshire. There we go. So if you guys want to see what hops they are, but yeah, British. This is a purely British pale ale, which is kind of nice to see because a lot of the craft beer people, and I would say, Gypsy Hill is predominantly craft beer, use American hops. This is purely British hops, so that's nice to see. Cheers, Gypsy Hill, and cheers to the NHS as well. I don't think this beer was part of the by the NHS a pint kind of deal, but it's a celebration of, shall we say. It's very weird, very interesting. This was a little bit darker. This would be like a very good example of a traditional bitter. Um, and bitters can be light, but traditionally they aren't. So yeah, interesting mix of styles. And a bitter is technically a pale ale. So there we are, Prevail by Gypsy Hill. And this geezer, the other thing about this geezer, Teo, Teo, Teo. Apparently this guy has one of the things, should I say, one of the things Beer 52 lets you do is it lets you review beers. So it's kind of like a beer ticking service. And from what I understand, and from reading the article about this competition, the golden ticket, Tejo somehow managed to tick off every single beer that Beer 52 has done. And I'm not 100% sure how that's possible, unless what he's done is ordered 2 boxes every time, because they're split into dark beers and light beers. So the only possible, well, there is another way. You could buy the other boxes beers, if that makes sense. Yeah, which is a bit weird. But maybe that's what Teo's done. So 2 different ways you could possibly do that. Either way will cost you extra money. Yeah. Look at that. Fantastic amount of head left at the bottom of the glass. Make sure you click like and subscribe down below. You know what you're doing. This has been Uncle Jonah drinking the beer so you don't have to, voyaging on a sea of beer. And we see you real soon for more beer reviews. And yeah, probably at some point more Beer 52 as well. Cheers and beers, guys.